John, we've been talking about the philosophy of Gandhi. Let's talk about the movie Gandhi.
Ken, one of the things I had forgotten about the movie was the sense it gives you of India, how many people there are in India, how rural it is in spite of the huge population. Now, all that's changing now, but it was definitely true at the time Gandhi was fostering Indian independence.
I should say about this, Sir Richard Attenborough, who directed this movie, had been trying to make it for a very long time. It turns out to have been a true labor of love. He was very gripped by the story of Gandhi, and he wanted to make this a movie. I can't remember for how long he was trying, but it took him so long to get the movie made that all the people he had originally thought of playing Gandhi were too old by the time he made it to play the young Gandhi, so he settled on this young, amazing actor, Ben Kingsley.
Mohandas K. Gandhi, attorney at law. I'm on my way to Pretoria to conduct a case for an Indian trading firm.
Didn't you hear me? There are no colored attorneys in South Africa.
Sir, I was called to the bar in London and enrolled at the High Court of Chancery. I am, therefore, an attorney, and since I am, in your eyes, colored, I think we can deduce that there is at least one colored attorney in South Africa.
So whenever we look at a past historical era, we do so in terms of what turned out to be the case, how it ended up. When you look at the Civil War, you think of Lincoln just as being in charge. When you look at the independence of India, you think of nonviolence and Gandhi. But the film makes clear what we often forget, that everybody who was involved in the action didn't know how it was going to turn out. The original leaders of the independence movement didn't know that Gandhi was going to be the one that stood out and the one that became famous and the one that solidified India. They thought him as maybe a peripheral, useful figure because he had a reputation from his work in South Africa.
We hope you're going to join us in our struggle for home rule, Mr. Gandhi.
Well, excuse me, may I, Mohan? There's someone I would like him to meet. Oh, excuse me.
He told the press he'd support the British in the war.
That's non-violence for you.
And I think one thing the film Gandhi does is really bring home that sense of non-inevitability about the fact that he became the leader and that his ideas of nonviolence prevailed.
You know, in the movie Gandhi, it's important to look at the dynamics that the movie represents this debate over whether to be violent or nonviolent has. I mean, there are lots of times when violence breaks out. There's a massacre, a famous massacre, in which thousands of Indian women, children, and young men and older men are killed, just cold-bloodedly killed. And you might think that would bring the whole thing tumbling down. And it threatened to bring the whole strategy of nonviolence tumbling down. But it didn't. And a lot of it has to do with Gandhi's will.
What if they don't arrest you? What if they don't react at all?
The function of a civil resistor is to provoke response, and we will continue to provoke until they respond or they change the law. Mm-hmm. They are not in control. We are. That is the strength of civil resistance.
I mean, I wonder about the historical accuracy in one way. I have no scholar, but I'd love to have some scholar tell me. I mean, was it really the force of will of Gandhi that held this nonviolent revolution together?
I'm sure that behind every great person, great leader, there's always some good luck when it comes to lieutenants. And you might say behind every disaster, there's always some bad luck. But you have Nehru, who became the first prime minister of India, was Gandhi's lieutenant in all things. And he, I think, was an excellent organizer and a firm disciplinarian. But no movie can really portray all of the work behind the hero or the main character, and I suspect in the case of Gandhi that's especially true.
Look, for a 3-hour movie, I've forgotten how extremely good Ben Kingsley, who won an Academy Award for this movie, how extremely good he was in this movie. And I can show you in the DVD that was released way after the movie was made. There's some footage of the actual Gandhi. There's some newsreel footage, and I watched all the newsreel footage. And Ben Kingsley just nails Gandhi to the T. His mannerism, his looks, the way he walks, the sound of his voice, the cadence of his voice. It's amazing. It's an amazing performance.
So in today's world, there's two good reasons to go see Gandhi, apart from just the fact that it's a good movie. In the first place, politically, Relations between Pakistan and India aren't very good, and that's an extraordinarily important fact that needs to be dealt with before a lot of other facts like the presence of terrorists in Pakistan can really be dealt with. And to understand that, how there came to be two countries in the first place, this will be a very helpful educational lesson for you. The second reason is that now when you go to the movies, you see kind of a steady diet of either violence or sophomoric male humor, and this movie is a good reminder of the great days of cinema.
So if you go rent the DVD of Gandhi, you can see philosophy in action through nonviolence.
You don't think we're just going to walk out of India?
Yes. In the end, you will walk out. Because 100,000 Englishmen simply cannot control 350 million Indians if those Indians refuse to cooperate. And that is what we intend to achieve. Peaceful, non-violent, non-cooperation, till you yourself see the wisdom of leaving, Your Excellency.